We are seeing through a lot of the BS. Let's be honest. Today's consumer, that's you and that's me as well. We are seeing through a lot of the BS. I'm talking about the polished ads, the perfect brands, the influencer partnerships that are maybe overly rehearsed or scripted. We've seen it all before. Right now, people are not impressed. We've entered what I would call the post-perfection era of marketing. So let's look at some of the data. According to Edelman's latest trust barometer, 71% of consumers actually say that they lose trust in a brand forever if they perceive it as putting profit over people. That's an increase from the past where, again, wasn't as much of a concern. There was also a report from IBM, and they partnered up with the National Retail Federation. That report showed that 62% of consumers today are actually willing to change their purchasing decisions and change their habits to reduce environmental impact. So people are really starting to show that they care more about social and environmental issues. And when it comes to Gen Z, Sprout Social actually says that 73% of Gen Z expects brands to take a stand on social issues. This is not a trend. I think that this is a little bit of a rewiring of how people buy, how people support, and how people advocate in general. They're not just asking, okay, how do we sell this? How do we sell more? They're asking, why would someone care about this? And how do we show up consistently? It's about being authentic. And these are the right questions to ask. Yes, growth and sales are, of course, on all of our minds, and that's how we stay in business. But asking why a little bit more often is coming up more today. So if you're leading a brand or a cause, here are a few things that need to shift. First thing is to ditch the jargon. Second is to speak with purpose more than polish. A third thing is to stop trying to be everywhere, which I say all the time when I'm talking about content strategy, and instead be believable in the places that you actually do show up. That's a big one. Next is to show the humans behind the work. Obviously, I talk a lot about personal branding and thought leadership, but again, that is what earns trust today. So I'm curious, let me know, what shifts have you noticed in your own behavior as a consumer? What turns you away from a brand, and what builds trust? What do you find actually works? Let me know in the comments or send me a message. I'm always interested in what consumers are thinking. And in fact, I'm teaching a course this semester about consumer behavior and getting to know the consumer. So I'd love to unpack this together.